In a move that has already sent shockwaves through both the United Kingdom and abroad, the UK Parliament has introduced a bill that could potentially strip Meghan Markle and her children of their royal titles, including her designation as the Duchess of Sussex. This unprecedented legislative proposal has reignited debates over the responsibilities tied to royal titles, the nature of public service, and the future of the British monarchy in a rapidly modernizing society. This bill, the first of its kind in over a century, targets a specific and controversial figure in the British royal family, Meghan Markle, the American-born actress who married Prince Harry in 2018. The couple's decision to step back from their official royal duties in 2020, a move famously dubbed Megxit, has been a focal point of public and political discourse ever since. Their withdrawal from royal responsibilities and subsequent relocation to the United States have been seen by some as a rejection of the values and duties historically associated with royal titles. The proposed legislation suggests that royal titles should not merely be ceremonial, but should come with ongoing obligations of public service and loyalty to the crown. Meghan and Harry's choice to distance themselves from royal duties has been cited by some members of Parliament, MPs, as a primary reason for this proposed action. These MPs argue that titles such as Duchess should be reserved for those who actively contribute to the monarchy and its public functions, not for those who have stepped back from such roles. The controversy surrounding this bill is multifaceted. On one hand, there are those who believe that Meghan and Harry, by stepping back from their royal roles, have forfeited the privileges that come with their titles. Supporters of the bill argue that the couple's frequent public appearances and involvement in media projects, often critical of the royal family, are at odds with the responsibilities that should accompany their titles. They contend that retaining such titles without fulfilling the associated duties undermines the integrity of the monarchy. On the other hand, critics of the bill see it as an overreach of parliamentary power into what has traditionally been a matter of royal prerogative. Stripping a royal title is an extremely rare occurrence, with the last significant instance happening in the 19th century. Critics argue that this move is driven more by public opinion and media sensationalism than by any principled stand on constitutional matters. They fear that the bill could set a dangerous precedent, allowing Parliament to interfere in what have historically been private royal matters, thus politicizing the monarchy. Public reaction to the bill is deeply divided. Many see it as a necessary step to reinforce the idea that royal titles should carry real responsibilities, especially in an era when the monarchy's role is increasingly scrutinized. For these individuals, the bill is a way of ensuring that the institution of the monarchy remains relevant and respected in modern Britain. Conversely, there are those who view the bill as an unfair and punitive measure against Meghan Markle, driven by a media narrative that has often been hostile toward her. They argue that Meghan and Harry's criticisms of the monarchy, particularly regarding issues like mental health and racism, have been valid and necessary discussions, even if uncomfortable for the royal family. For these critics, the bill represents an attempt to silence and punish dissent within the royal ranks, rather than addressing the underlying issues that led to the couple's departure. The historical context of this situation cannot be ignored. The British monarchy has always been an institution steeped in tradition, and changes to its structure or the roles of its members have historically been met with resistance. The idea of stripping a royal title is loaded with implications, both for the individual involved and for the institution as a whole. It raises fundamental questions about the nature of the monarchy in the 21st century. Should it adapt and modernize to reflect changing societal values? Or should it remain rooted in the traditions that have defined it for centuries? The potential impact of this bill, should it pass, could be profound. It might signal a shift in how the UK perceives the roles and responsibilities of its royals, emphasizing duty and service over privilege and status. This could also lead to a re-evaluation of the monarchy's place in British society, as it grapples with the challenges of remaining relevant in an increasingly egalitarian world. Moreover, the bill could have lasting consequences for the relationship between the monarchy and Parliament. By stepping into the realm of royal titles, Parliament risks blurring the lines between political power and the traditionally apolitical nature of the monarchy. This could lead to further calls for reform, as the UK continues to navigate its complex and evolving relationship with its royal family. As the debate continues, the world watches closely. The outcome of this legislative battle could set the tone for the future of the British monarchy, shaping how it is perceived both at home and abroad. Whether the bill passes or not, it has already ignited a discussion that is likely to have lasting repercussions for the royal family and the institution it represents.